Cause I ain't no sissy lala like some of these motherfucking YouTubers. Just saying, just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
Women's boobs are their balls. They're just not down there. So yes, gentlemen, we have bigger balls than you do.
What? Say what?
I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jimbo,
And I'm Kemper.
coming to you live from the stand. Crack-a-lagging, Brother Kemper.
What's up, brother?
Chilling. About supper time, so thought we was going to get it done before I had to go live, but no, almost.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be eating here shortly and rubbing it in.
It's all right.
So we got this new recipe we're trying out tonight. I'll send you a link to it.
Cool. Yeah, I know.
Oh, goodness.
I'm thinking about getting a slow cooker anyway.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Lori Lee, thank you for the $19.99 super chat. Better hit you guys early. I'll probably fall asleep, but looking forward to this one. Thanks, Jimbo and Kemper and chat for keeping it real. Arrest Skern 2024. Hey, Lori Lee, we appreciate that, really. Yeah, we're going to talk about whether we think criminal behavior is hereditary or not. I'll go ahead and tell you, I don't think it's hereditary. As a matter of fact, I don't think behavior at all is hereditary.
Nope.
I think it's choices we make in life. Now, are those choices influenced by the people we grow up around? Sure they are.
Sure, of course.
Positively influenced or negatively influenced. But yeah. Oh, Gregory, you don't have to give money. We appreciate you being here. Anybody, hey, we just love that you all are here. Hey, yeah, Mom, it's we're gonna dig in a little bit tonight though, because Ernie's went on the triggered attack today. He's really, really triggered. With his high pitched laugh. You know he's really triggered when he's doing that crazy laugh.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
So he's in a bad way right now. He's trying to play it cool, like he's in control, He absolutely knows he's not in control.
I don't think he really knows what being trolled is. Personally.
No, look, let me tell you something. Well, she calls this troll, this cop saying, the cop trolled Nicolina. No. I've got a few things to point out about that later on too, but yeah, he don't know what trolling is, bro. He can't disseminate a troll, a friend, real life, fake. He don't have any clue. It's all blended together for him.
It's a movie for him.
Movie, yep. Ernie's freaking movie. Hey,
They're making him famous.
yeah, we'll go ahead and spin this wheel and knock this out of the way for y'all.
Okay.
I did get all the entries in, so we will get the tooth named. Let me pull up the wheel here. And then I'll put up the poll for the actually we might wait till tomorrow to do the poll for the
war room.
yeah. Let's see. Wheel right there we go. Can everybody see it live there? Make it big screen so everybody can see it. Hit shuffle a couple times, shuffle up a little bit, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and then we hit spin. And then we'll have a winner here in just a second. A new name for Tina's missing tooth. Beyond stupid, we are not. Named it Nemo.
You should read off the list you've got there, the names.
Okay.
I can't see them myself. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Black Rock, MS said Whip It, Lilo Rochelle, The Tooth Shall Set You Free, Emperor, Cappy's List. There were some more things in there. I couldn't read my handwriting after that.
Okay.
Yes, it was Tooth, something. Is it Anon? Something like that. All right, and then Lily Rochelle, Truth is the Tooth. Sherry B, Wolfie. Sherry B, Cackle. MS, Whip is my name. KJ3, Tooth Anon is really missing. Morris 17, the one that got away. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom, MIA. Maya, missing in action.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sherry B, Hucker. October 50, Castaway. Doohickey, Bruce. Manchester Vicky, Whistler. Sherry B, Dominator. Night Watch, What a Sad Story. Sherry B, Snicker Snapper. Lily Rochelle, Timmy the Tooth. Queen Ashley, Whisper. MS, Toofanon. Kelly B, Doofus, Toofus. I like that one too.
Yeah.
And this is probably my favorite one. No Patience for Stupid named it Spot. Same part of Tina. Same part of Tina. Spot. Lila Rochelle. Tooth Be Told. Pink Volo. Lucky. It's the Lucky, and then in parentheses, it's free of the germ-infested mouth. Behind Green Eyes. Sasquatch Tooth. I'm a Hundin. Ernie, the one that got away. Skunk Ape Mysteries. Gypsy now has freedom. Beyond Stupid We Are Not. Nemo, that was our winner. And Graham, Toothgate. So we had quite a few entries there.
That was some good ones.
Yeah, all of them were worthy winners, I think. All of them were worthy of winning, in my opinion. So, and it was fun. It was fun to do. So, but
we're gonna have to have a T-shirt made with that tooth with its name.
Nemo the Tooth.
Yeah.
Look, Tina, we found Nemo.
We're gonna make money off your tooth, baby. Don't you worry.
Oh, hey, Venomous Silverback, how you doing, buddy?
I mean, she claimed that we do. So
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, she said her tooth does not define her. But
But
maybe
Xander said he would leave her if she got it fixed.
that's right. That's the reason why she didn't get it fixed, right? She wants to keep her man. Hey, Pitbull Mama. Oh, goodness. Travel safe. Tell Bill we're all praying for him and praying for you, too. So now we'll get on back to the triggered Tigger. He's in a bad way, y'all. He's in a bad way. The more he tries to convince you, or not you, but the more he tries to convince his brain dead, blind, deaf followers that he's in control, the more triggered he looks. Because Kemper and I, we've seen it. We've seen this for 2 years now. A little over 2 years counting Facebook. We know what it looks like when he's getting real close to doing something really stupid. And this is it. Today, and I've got the recording here, I'm gonna send it in a private message first. But he named the county sheriff of Harlan. Did you hear that, Kemper?
No, I didn't know he did that.
He sure did. He said the sheriff's department in Harlan tipped him off.
Oh.
Kentucky State Police and the Harlan.
Now, I heard he said that cops called him and then asked him if he was going to play cards on Friday or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, he did. But he got real specific there at one point. Let me find it.
I didn't catch that. But yeah, I'm sure that would like to know.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if this is it.
Sure. And Madison County is watching right now. Thank you all. I appreciate you for the lieutenants. I think of the detectives. Thank you guys. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And keep it up. And to the Harlan County Sheriff's Department and the state police in Harlan County, post 10. I mean, post 10 is where it's supposed to be. They just post 10. It's post 10. I do appreciate you for the heads up. Thank you so much and much respect. And let's just sit here and let's have a word from our sponsor.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think Chris is going to be interested to hear that.
Yes, he will.
You know.
Yeah, go ahead and reach out to him, Ernie, because he knows you're a fugitive already.
Mm-hmm.
Be a smart ass and try to reach out to him and say, well, Jimbo, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead, dumbass. Because you know he's going to tell you to turn your ass in. You ignorant fuck, Ernie. Like I said, when you get arrested, you ain't coming back out, bitch. You won't be back out.
No, he ain't. He's not walking back out that door for years. Nope. Here's the thing: if let's say they do give him some sort of bail, I'm going to guess it's going to be around $25,000 to $50,000, just because he's a flight risk and he's already forfeited a $5,000 bond. So who do you think's going to pitch in money and expect to get it back? I know his best friends on this planet at that time were Tina and Xander. They gave $1,800 towards that $5,000
and help raise the other $3,200.
Yep, and Xander slept in Madison County in his Hummer.
Yep.
For 3 days.
So we could get Ernie.
And they didn't get none of their money back.
Yep. He fucked them over.
Who's going to help you now, Ernie?
I mean, you can go to prison for destruction of stolen property. You can do that. And then everybody in prison can find out all the shit you've been doing besides that out here involving women and children.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a good thing for you.
Tanya Campbell, member for 10 months. Hope everyone is doing great tonight. Thank you, Tanya. Hope you're doing well, too. Narcissistic Time said Ernie's digging himself a grave. Him stating authorities are working with him to hide, I think, is very serious.
Yeah.
It should be forwarded to authorities. Wow, he sure is either super grandiose or stupid I think it's both narcissistic.
Both.
Yeah, he's really like you said, he's digging himself a hole. Now, for one, when you said Nicolina got, how did you pronounce it? Trode?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's trying to say throwed or trolled. I think he's saying trolled. But he said Nicolina got trode by the cop. No, Ernie. Actually, the cop got trode, as did you.
Mm-hmm.
Kipper shared this on his community post. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and look it up. If you want to tell him you're discovering, I'll look it up.
Well, I mean, we knew this whenever he got the failure to appear because he had a felony indictment that he missed the arraignment for. That not only was it failure to appear, but it got enhanced to bail jumping, which is a Class D felony.
Which was his
In the
second.
state of, mm-hmm. So he has that felony along with the other one. The cop said, no, it's just a misdemeanor. No, it's not. It is a felony. We know this because we've seen it. He missed the court date for it. He has not showed up for anything in New York or in Kentucky in the past year. He's avoided it.
Yeah, and you think, if he's such a ghost, why is he avoiding it so bad?
Right.
Here's Kipper's find right here. Can y'all see that on screen? Yeah, I think you can. All right. You can blow it up, pinch it out, whatever you got to do there. But it says, how long do you go to jail for failure to appear in Kentucky? If the original charge is a felony, your bail jumping charge is considered to be in the first degree and will be a Class D felony, punishable by 1 to 5 years in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So tack that on to whatever you're going to get, scaring dog.
So that's 2 felonies. And I'm pretty sure he's got a failure to appear in New York. So
yes,
he still has legal issues. It don't matter if it's a misdemeanor or felony. If they catch him in New York, he's going to be in some shit. He's going to jail. He's going to have to call MAGA. MAGA, come on. I'll suck your dick. Please.
Yeah.
Help me out.
What's it got to be like for somebody that their only desire in this world is to be famous? Because money is a secondary thing. The thing he wants more in this world than anything else is to be famous.
Oh, he's loving it, having 200 and 300 in his chat right now.
Oh, God, that's what I mean. But
he's
for a
getting
guy
off right now.
who wants fame that bad and literally can't go out in broad daylight, walk down the street, can't jump in a car without fear of looking over your shoulder, who's going to pull you over, can't go to the store. What if there's somebody who notices me? Hey, are you that predator hunter guy? Right, Ernie? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for him to be that way and his only desire is to be famous, must be a miserable prison in of its own, right, Ernie? But you ain't triggered. No. Not at all. Hey, Sharon Dean, member for 7 months. Hello, Jimbo and Kemper. How are you doing?
It would be nice. It would be nice, Venomous. But like I said, he can go to prison for that theft, but they'll find out. You think they don't have access to the internet? They do. Unlimited access, being able to go live and shit like that. Ernie won't be able to do that.
Right. Well, see,
but they will be able to Google Ernie Shell and find out the shit he's been doing.
Yeah. Narcissistic Time said his warrants are serious, but not serious enough they'll go looking for him. His arrest will come by being at the wrong place at the wrong time, somebody snitches on him, or pay for a detective. And some of that is already in the works. But, like I said, if I see him in public, there's going to be a spectacle.
Yep. Nice dance.
A ruckus. Yeah, for sure. And so if I go to jail for assault, whatever, a fight's a fight, right, Ernie? Now, I'm sorry. Let's see, Kyle. Have I missed much? Did I miss Jimbo talking about getting a hold of the sheriff? No, Kyle, you ain't really missed nothing yet. Only thing I'm, about getting a hold of the sheriff is I'm going to send him a private Facebook message. He is a Facebook friend of mine, and a friend of mine for since 2003 or 2004, almost as long as I've known Ernie. And I know Chris to be a reputable and decent person too. So he's not going to like his good name that he ran on and he won the election on.
And his department.
Yeah, being thrown out there by a criminal, acting the way Ernie acts, saying they're working with him. He ain't going to like it. So I'm going to point that out to him. I'm going to let him know. Penny Positive member for 10 months. Thank you all for the support. Hey, Penny, how are you doing?
Hey.
Crimes have consequences. Fuck Ern, I'm tired of it. I'm not staying quiet anymore. The mayor, the governor, the LE is going to hear from me. They may not like it, but if I need the media, I will call them too. Call them. Hey, if you need any help getting a hold of anybody at the media, I know people in media in Harlan. I know people in media in WYMT Mountain News TV station. I know people in media in Corbin, London. So, newspaper. So, yeah, media might be a way to go.
Yep.
This could be a good story, actually, of how Ernie is using law enforcement as his bitch toys. Kentucky State Police has been alerted. Good.
Ernie, I still want you to show up, bitch. You say you can dox anybody, you can find anybody. Please do. I told you I'd tell you where I'm at if you just show the fuck up. But I want you to show up. You keep promising. You did again tonight.
Look, Kemper, he came up there once. That time he was there, 2 hours later he was in Georgia.
Yeah, that's going to be, that's going on the channel tonight anyway. Along with I heard dumbass B. Rogers running her mouth talking about shit that she's very incorrect about, saying that Tina was being attacked in the community before she met Ernie, and then Ernie came around and it got worse, and saying Kemper and Nick were both attacking Tina before Ernie showed up. She absolutely said that today. Nicolina didn't come into this until after Ernie. It was after the Summer Wells search. That's where a lot of people showed up, because a lot of people care about Summer. They don't like people being scammers, and that's what they were doing, was faking their way. And B, you know that. Mountain Violet, whatever you want to call yourself, you're wrong. And that's going to be shown too. I'm tired of talking about it. The first interactions with Tina is going to be shown. And it was in February of 21. By the end of February 21, Ernie was threatening my family. So fuck off. Tina was running around our fucking town calling people cannibals and child traffickers. Fuck off. Sorry.
You're fine. Narcissistic Times said Ernie is turning his evading into a movie character. He's obsessed being famous is why. It's the reason he made it look like he's friends with police. He won't accept defeat, fighting to hold a narrative. And he keeps saying that. They can't beat me. They can't beat me. What do you mean beat me, Ernie? Do you think you're winning something? What do you think you're winning, Ernie? What do you think you're winning, Ernie? Every day I get up, I get out of bed, take me a shower. I see all my kids, except for Sarah. She's at school. But I see her, a couple times a week. and then on weekends usually. You know, I still I'm coaching, not at the school anymore, but I'm still working as a substitute. You know, I get to do things every day. Kemper gets up every day. He gets to go to work. He's living life. He's paying bills. We're not hiding.
Nope.
You're claiming to be a ghost, bragging about living off somebody else's money because you're a pussy ass thieving ghost, right, Skern Dog? And you got people like Paper Cut Tina living on a fixed income. I heard her sit and tell the story a couple weeks ago about how she didn't have much money. She lived on a fixed income. Now she rode a bicycle. She didn't need a car. And you got her sending you money? You're weak, dude. You're pathetic. What are you winning exactly? I'd love to know. What's the score? Ern, what's the score? Do you get a trophy? Are you going to cut the W.O. off of it?
I was going to ask, right? I was going to ask if there was a trophy. What happens when you win? Do you get to steal a fucking trophy? Fuck him, man. That was his mom's trophy. That's how weak you are, Ernie. You stole your mom's trophy, pretended it was yours. You went and put your mom's recording, her talking about being a fucking werewolf, put her own picture out there for you. You did. And you are her firstborn. What the fuck, Ernie? Fucking sad, dude. Your mom is not well, and you exploited it.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. He said his mom last night got pushed down by the cops.
Yep, went to hospital.
The cops called him, alerted him, and so how's that work, Ernie? Did you not call your mom? Did the cops send the wrong guy out there that shoved your poor elderly mother down? Or are you just a fucking liar? It's got to be one of the two. Oh, I know which one it is. You don't have to answer. Crimes have consequences said, find me and come to Texas, Ern. Please, Texas jails will love you if you don't leave here in a coroner van. Yeah, that's the thing. See, you done been out to Texas, right? According to him. Watch many keys from across his backyard. You're always lying, Ernie, trying to live this fake life that other people need to finance. You know what? Here's the question, Ernie. You don't have any bills. You don't have a car payment. You don't have insurance. You don't have child support. You don't have rental insurance, mortgage. So all this money you got coming in, where's it go if you don't do drugs? Where's it go?
Right. I know it's not chicken quesadillas.
I mean, Paper Cut Tina was willing to ship you $75 the other night, which is probably about close to 10% of what she gets every month. Who knows? She probably did send it. Dad, did you send it back?
Yep.
Hey, archivist.
That's right, Kyle.
How can the cops be calling him to warn him, but yet the officers come out and rough his mama?
The only reason they coming out was because people are calling on him. Think about it. Yep. Ernie be lying, just like he had to leave his mom's house at 4 a.m. You know, and he's like, Jimbo, you're going to jail. Matthew Kemper, you're going to jail. That same time, man. Same bullshit.
The laugh all the way through that live was fake. Oh, God. I'm telling you, that's just triggered. I'm so fucking mad. I'm just going to laugh about it and try to act like I'm cool hand Luke. When really, you ain't. You ain't cool hand Luke. You're a little puss. Living in somebody else's house where somebody else pays the bills. somebody else puts the food on the table, and all you do is lay around on your lazy fat ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pretty much what you've done your whole life, except now, if you get a wild hair in your ass and you think, man, I'm going to run over here to Walmart. You can't. You're too scared. Don't cam up no more because you're afraid somebody's going to know where you're at.
And that's another thing. I'm sorry. Not the camming up part, but Ernie, do you not realize how fucking ridiculous you look wearing that fucking mask on your backdrop, bitch? That is the dumbest fucking shit. First of all, you're supposed to be a righty, right winger. Secondly, you think it makes you look cool? To fucking rag over your face, dude, does not make you look cool. Makes you look ignorant. Especially when there's not really anything that's going to be able to benefit from it. That was so 2020.
Crimes have consequences said, well, it will continue. And he said his sister was at the law enforcement department tonight filing charges on Nick for a SWAT.
Yeah, right.
Well, the thing is, there hasn't been a SWAT, Ernie. You're a fugitive. You posted on your community page yesterday or the day before, fugitive and proud of it. Something like that. Now, let me tell you something. You made a lot of threats. And if there's a tip that you're at your mommy's house, I'm going to tell you right now, if there's a tip comes in tonight that you're at your mommy's house and somebody calls state police, sheriff's department, Harlan City, wherever, and they say, hey, this fugitive is hiding out at his mommy's house. Here's the address. You know they're going to go look, right, Ernie? And you know it's not a SWAT, right? If they don't bust in that door, fling your mommy on the ground and cuff her hands behind her back and treat her like, you know, they're a SWAT team, it's not a SWAT. It's a search, a warrant sweep. Now, I would figure with all that law enforcement lingo and experience you have, you'd know that. Of course, you just fake that too, right? 1,156 arrests under you, right, Ernie? How many you got under you, Kemper?
None.
Arrest? None?
Yeah.
Whoever's letting them live there is hiding a fugitive. You're right. Crimes.
Well, I mean, check this out, though, man. Okay. I know Dolly is Dolly. He's done some things I don't agree with. I'm not defending him or anything like that. Okay. I'm just saying, I know for a fact that for the longest time, Paper Cut Tino would send super chats, cash apps, that kind of stuff to him. And he knew that she didn't have that money. So he'd send it back to her, tell her not to do it, that kind of thing. He'd also send her a lot of his product for free because he knew she didn't have any, like, money. This was Dolly, okay? Now look at what Ernie's doing. You don't hear any of that from Ernie. You know?
Mr. Nobody, let me ask you this right quick. Does the guy that sung the original Tay song strike people because I turned it into a music video? I've not been handed a strike over it, but every time I play it, because I play the 2-minute version, I get a copyright complaint from Jelly Roll. Not from that guy, but from Jelly Roll, or you know, the company that owns Jelly Roll, whatever. But I get a copyright complaint. It's nothing.
Because that's basically a play off of Jelly Roll song. So yeah. That makes that's why that would happen.
Yeah, still though, it shouldn't be. The automatic thing. The automatic thing is Jelly Roll songs.
I mean, even Weird Al, he had to go through a process to do his songs. So with the copyrights and all that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's, with it being, like I said, with it being Jelly Roll song, I'm sure it's connected to him.
The lyrics are different. The lyrics are different. you can't copyright a sound like the music. You can copyright the lyrics, but the one song that Vanilla Ice did, the most popular song he did, it's the background in about 20 songs.
Yeah, it's sampled.
Yeah. So it's, but anyway, it's neither here nor there, but you won't get a strike over it. For sure. Now, if you played the guy singing it at his desk, he might give you a copyright strike, but that's where I heard it at. The link
Gotcha.
back to his video, he's sitting there and he sings it at his desk. So, Kyle, did you notice when he's eating soup that you can hear the glass bowl and his metal spoon hitting it? That must be a first-class 5-star hotel. Right. He's definitely in somebody's house.
Mm-hmm. I think he's bouncing around. He's not staying in the same place. Personally, I don't think that, because we all know that even if you support Ernie, you can only deal with him for so long. You can get him in small doses before you want to injure him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's got a system. He's got a pattern. He'll go almost like, kids with their parents, one weekend they're here, one weekend they're there, that kind of thing. I think that's happening with Ernie.
Yeah.
No, I think that his mama's house is definitely part of that. But I also know he knows he's not going to put himself in that situation again. I don't think.
Venomous, if there's one thing I know about Ernie, is that when he says something, he's lying.
Yeah.
So when Venomous said he claimed today he's at a hotel, been paid for a month, been paid for by somebody else. That's absolutely false. Now, he did get somebody to pay for a hotel when he had the little, when he was saying the tornado had come chasing him down and he was freezing to death, living in a box. Team Rose got him a hotel, and I think some other people did too, but he's not at a hotel now. He's lying. When he was, not this last time, but the time before that, I guess 2 times before this, when the police went up there and his mommy actually let him in to search.
Yeah.
She told them that he was there the last time they were there.
Mm-hmm.
And she wouldn't let him in. So they've got her. If they want to press charges on her, they can. So keep pushing that narrative out there, Ernie, that the cops are working with you.
You're going to put the people that love you in that kind of situation, bro, especially your mother. Think about that, douchebag. That pisses me off, man. It's not even my mom, and it pisses me off. Like, you're wrong, bro, in so many ways, so many levels. Your mother, dude. I mean, you sat and fucking lied about your dad being alive in Wisconsin, that you were going to go up there and complete a ritual so you can become a Lycan, pretty much. Think about that. It's your father. He is passed. You still did that, Ernie. That's the weakest shit any man could ever do. You created the issues with your father.
You didn't know about that crimes? You didn't? Yeah, that's where the Lycan hunter, the Lycan, the story, the werewolf story came from. Mm-hmm. Ernie put that out there.
Yeah. Like that's the kind of shit he does, man. It's his dad. Like he cared so much that he went to his dad's funeral, even though he knew he was not wanted there. And then he called police on his own family when they tried to get him to leave. Created a scene at his dad's funeral. Knowingly. It wasn't like, oh, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be here. It was posted. It was sent to him in messages. He still did it.
Be right back, bro. I'm going to check on my food.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, like, well, I don't know if it's dementia, Paige. I know that she's paranoid schizophrenic as well, and I don't know if she takes medication for it or what. But I know that even Amber has said that that's the problem. Like that's what's wrong with her. So, and Ernie knows this, but Ernie also knows he's paranoid schizophrenic. He won't take his own medication. He runs around with his sickness everywhere, hurting more people. So yeah, any man that will do that to his mother, his father, his family, like yeah, we know that Shelby took the life of Ronnie King. We know that, okay? But we don't know that Shelby was a serial killer like he's tried to say. I think that was personally part of the way to hand the story up to make Shelby a bigger figure so Ernie looked like a bigger hero. It's fucking sad, but he did. Made up stories even for his own brother's murder trial. The same one that became his trial. They went after his ass with everything. If you haven't seen it, you haven't checked into it, you should definitely go back to some of the first things on the stand. And I know Jimbo said the trial was on here twice. So check it out. Because if you don't know, you should know. And of course, Ernie's alibi for that night changed twice that I know of. He's played that game. Said he didn't go back to Jimbo. If he wasn't there in the first place, how you going back? Get the red crayon out. This is the shit. So, looking at that, did he set his brother up saying, hey, brother, I'll help you with this, blah, 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 and threw him to the wolves? You should tell Jimbo he can help you out. Everybody likes Jimbo. And of course, you get a recording. And Ernie tries to act like he was the hero. When you heard Shelby say in the recording, yeah, Ernie, he called me last night. I didn't answer. Or some shit like that. Shelby knew what was up. The great investigator, the predator hunter. All these tactics and had all these classes. He's deadly.
Said Ernie told him he loved him. First time ever.
Oh, yeah, that is right. I forgot about that. Yep. Why would he do that if he wasn't trying to butter him up to do that?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely think that's what Ernie's play was on that. Because he was going to write that book. He was going to have that movie. He was going to be the star. And then he went on trial. That was great, man. I mean, you got to love how that worked out for Ernie. Because he thought it was going to be a wonderful day. But no. They started putting Ernie on trial. His life out. His fake-ass bounty hunter fucking IDs. All that shit. Called him straight out.
That was the funniest thing is when he said, they were like, you don't have they're calling him out for not having a bounty hunting license. And they were like, well, what is that number? What's the license number? He goes, hang on. He starts pulling out his wallet. He goes looking through his wallet, and he puts his wallet away. Says, you can look it up. Yeah, you got busted, bitch.
Oh, shit.
Your credibility went straight down the tubes, buddy.
He sucks so bad. Oh, shit.
Skunk Ape said, Kemper, I heard from a reliable source that the night Arcade was unalived, Arcade was at unalived. Ernie was at the YMCA taking a bath with 12 other dudes. LMAO.
Well, I don't know about a bath, but 12 other dudes, I would believe.
I mean, he didn't say what they were bathing in.
Right. Hey, what's up, X Factor? But yeah, Ernie went on trial. So his whole plan backfired. And that's when he started running down the highway. Because he lived high on the hog with that shit probably for what, 5 years? What was it, in 2013? The trial started in 18 or 19? It was 18, wasn't it? And then the sentencing was in 19?
I want to say it was 19. And
Okay, it all happened like in the
pled
same.
guilty in 20 maybe, or shit, I don't remember.
So it's like 5 or 6 years.
18, yeah, right in there. Yeah.
And you want to talk about something that'll trigger somebody to run down the highway? All those sins started coming back. That's why he started thinking Jackie. Phil, same guy he kidnapped. Jackie, same person he robbed and extorted. You know, all these people were part of that whole thing when he had his meltdown. That's what he was referring to. And of course, who but Shelby? Shelby's gonna shoot me. And he's sending Jimbo messages saying that Shelby's running the fucking jail.
Sure did.
Got all these guards under his control.
In Georgia, no less.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, think about that. And then think about what I said about his plan that he went so far to accomplish behind the scenes fell apart. The same year, he started really fucking throwing it down the highway. And it's all public. We've seen it. We've played it here multiple times. Shelby Shell. Why would Shelby be coming after him? Because Shelby knows that Jimbo recorded him, not Ernie. So why would he come after you, Ernie? Why would he want to do that? It's a very good question, in my opinion. I think I know the answer, but Ernie's too much of a bitch. That's why he's afraid to go to prison. Because he knows. Like, I'm sure once Shelby knows that Ernie's not on the outside to fuck with him, he's going to have some things to say. And we all know that he didn't talk to anybody on the outside for the longest time because Ernie was fucking with him. Having different people ride him and fuck with him in prison. I mean, I think, I want to say it was in one of the first phone calls that we played, he was talking about he had people doing that.
Yep.
And I do know that it was said that when he was reached out to, that was said to the people that reached out.
Yep.
So,
man, I hate to change. I got to show you this. First, let me show you this.
I'm glad we're on live stream because I know that it ain't going to be those Ernie pictures again.
See?
Thank God.
See that? That's bacon wrapped. Let me show you.
What was that? Looked like a pretzel or something.
It's bacon. It's wrapped around. Hang on, I'll show you. I just tried one. Oh dear Lord. Oh Lord, they're good.
I'm only doing bacon wrapped tater tots. The grease cooks the hash browns real crispy. But yeah, dude.
Check this shit out, bro.
Good shit. Oh, that is nice. Hell yeah, I can see that.
What's this? Let me just play if I can find it. How the hell you play that son of a bitch? Oh, here we go.
These are one of the best appetizers we've ever.
What happened?
I don't know what to do.
It's having a brain fart.
Made. Be perfect for game day. I literally couldn't stop eating these.
Fuck yeah. I could eat my weight in
First,
that.
take your thick cut bacon, slice it in half. Ritz crackers, cream cheese spread. Put a dollop of cream cheese over the top of each of the crackers. We wanted some heat, so we got a fresh jalapeno. Slice that up. Add one slice to each of these with the seeds. Next, take 2 half slices of bacon. Wrap one around it and then one over the top like so. Grill or oven 350 degrees. We use Queen Bee. It's our honey-based dry rub. Turns out amazing on bacon. On the grill, roughly 25, 30 minutes until the bacon's done. Here's the finished product. Served it with ranch. Let us know if you're going to make bacon wraps.
I would eat some of those.
Delicious, bro. Delicious.
Oh,
Delicious.
was good.
Turned out great. Little extra nut on the backside, but still great.
I did get me an air fryer. I don't know how bacon does in air fryers, but I might try that.
Oh God, Nancy, I'm sorry. My bad. It ain't midnight yet.
Yes, bacon does make everything better. Crimes have consequences.
Sure as hell does.
Like, one of the best experiences I've ever had, and it's funny because when I tell you, you're gonna be like, "Really? It's the best?" But going after Hash Bash to Tony's I-75 restaurant, which is a overportion restaurant, and they cook the most bacon in the United States every year of all restaurants. I forget how many pounds they do, but anyway, I went in like a smartass, knowing that they put a pound of bacon on the BLT, and ordered a side of bacon, and I got a fry basket full of bacon. But I had bacon enough I probably had 3 or 4 days worth of BLTs at home because I couldn't eat it all right there. There was no way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was wonderful. It really was. That's a lot of bacon, you know.
So the Ritz cracker is kind of like I don't know. It tastes more like breading. It's not crunchy like a cracker after it sets and cooks in that.
Right, it's gonna get softer, but I'd say it helps keep the base to that cream cheese and
Yeah, it's really
jalapeno.
delicious. It's really delicious.
Yeah,
Kind of like
because
a jalapeno pepper.
well, I was gonna say that cream cheese um, it'll melt a lot more, and it melts worse than other cheeses do. Like it'll get real bad. So I could see how it would soggy that Ritz cracker up. But I like a Ritz cracker soggy, crunchy. It don't matter. I can just eat Ritz crackers.
Oh yeah, I did today earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good though. It's like a jalapeno popper. You know, the appetizer with bacon wrapped around it. So it's really good.
Yeah.
I really like it. Now I did I diced the jalapenos because I don't like the big slice like that. Some little bitty bites in of those.
I hear you on that, Crimes. I do. I used to do the bacon with the raisin toast and the cheesy eggs, and of course, side of grits. It's good shit. I love me some grits though, and I don't put sweet shit in it at all. It's butter, salt, and pepper, maybe some cheese and bacon, but that's about it. But usually just salt, pepper, and butter. I moved up here and I seen these Yankees putting jelly and syrup and sugar and everything else in it. It's like, man, y'all are fucking sick. I can't do that.
Is the little tiger still alive over there?
No, he unless he went back live, no, he shouldn't be. Because he was quitting or had quit. Probably half an hour before we went live.
Oh, okay.
At least I know he was playing his outro music and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it's got to be miserable for him to know that he can't ever do anything in his life until he settles up with the state of Kentucky. Or as he so eloquently puts it, Commonwealth.
Yep.
And he is going to have to do that. Yeah, now they might not extradite him, depending on what state he's at. But Kentucky's home, right, Ernie? That's where your family's at. I know you skipped your mom's wedding. God forbid anything happened to her. You're not going to show up for that either.
Yep. I mean, me and him could have like a loser goes to jail match. He bring his damn bow-legged ass up here. Sort of like a loser leave town match.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. See, but we are in the middle of that movie. You know how, like, you know, you've got Ernest Goes to Camp and, you know, all the other ones that he did. We've got one right now. It's like a B brand, but it's Ernie Goes to Jail.
Well, you're right.
And it's going to be a great ending. It's not going to work out too great for old Ernest. They do. They do. They go back to what is familiar to them.
Mm-hmm.
And Ernie, being the creature of habit that he is, oh, he's definitely doing that. Like, that was me and Jimbo said that first thing. It's like he's going to stay where he knows people and he's comfortable, because this is like doing something like that, living on the run, living out, like not having a home base or anything, no car. Like, he's going to have some help, and not just any stranger is going to help a dumbass like Ernie. It's going to have to be people that he can manipulate.
Yep.
And that's what's been happening. But that too shall end. He knows it. You know, even with his new sponsors, I believe that. I believe he's lost people funding him. I know some of them have come back, right, Jody?
BDAC.
Yep. But, yeah, BDAC's another dumbass. Fuck. Like, I think he's huffed too much horse manure, to be honest with you. He's fucking whack. He don't know shit about me. He wasn't around when any of this started. But he's going to sit here and talk like he knows some shit and he's an authority. He don't. Jimbo wasn't even around when this shit started with me and Ernie. You dumbass. And Jimbo's been around for a lot of it. So quit acting like you know shit. And again, no apologies will be given ever to Ernie.
No.
So, I mean, and I did go on a panel and apologize to him for being part of some shit that I didn't agree with. And I was only part of it because of association. But that's what I did. And I was like, dude, go get your shit right. I think we talked for like maybe an hour that day. MAGA was on speakerphone. I was talking to both of them. And he was going to be going to his therapy and taking his medication, and he's going to get him a job. And here we are. He just did that to get people off his back, and then he started fucking going at them like he thought he was going to be able to do something to them. So basically what he did is restart the fires that were put out. But that's our fault? How the fuck is that our fault, BDAC? Fucking ball liquor. Ignorance. That's what that is. There are a lot of rich, dumb motherfuckers out there, let me tell you. And BDAC's one of them. And I just can't wait for that special whatever they got in store for us. I can't wait for that. I've been waiting for Ernie's first fucking promise. He still hasn't followed through with. So I doubt that's going to happen either. Hell, we've been going to jail. I've had my ass kicked. Like all kinds of shit. Hell, repeatedly got my ass kicked. But still the point. You're a weak-kneed bitch, Ernie.
Yep.
Always have been.
Y'all want to see Ernie on the witness stand when he was so unbelievable that his brother got a 6-6 hung jury, even though he confessed on tape? I loaded it up.
Yeah, that's another thing. Crimes have consequences. See, I know Ernie did not have Nicolina's address. He didn't. But he claims, and he said it today, I think it was either today or yesterday. He said that, oh yeah, we figured that out because the dumb bitch went live outside and blah, 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 blah. And then he said, it was figured out and they sent it to me. That was the truth part. Right there. That was the only real thing about what he said. He does not do his own skip tracing.
No, he ain't smart.
But then again, how accurate is that skip tracing? Him and Tina couldn't do shit. Couldn't figure nothing out.
He is one of the most uneducated buffoons you'll sit and listen to ever. And he talks so much trash and he talks it so fast that if you're not listening to him and, paying attention, you won't catch a lot of the stuff.
Sort of like him saying most stupidest.
Yeah. But he just double talks everything, man. Triple talks. And, people who ain't looking for the truth, well, they don't see it because, they want what Ernie's feeding them.
Did y'all know that Kyle Rittenhouse is going to be in the Tri-Cities next week? I wonder if Ernie's head of the security.
Probably is, they're old buddies, right?
Maybe Antifa will be there and Ernie can fight them again.
That's that archivist. Said he skip traced the fence. I used to skip trace back in the 90s. We didn't have Google back then. That's skip tracing. I tried to challenge Jody. It didn't go that far. It didn't go far. Oh, yeah. It's Jody uses Ancestry.com for a lot of her shit, and it's very inaccurate. Very inaccurate.
Right, doohickey. I've said my name and he still wants me to be Kayla.
Maybe he just wants that to be your name,
Just like Rita. We know about Rita, right?
Yes, he's right here in chat, I believe. Hey, actually, I'm going to pull up Rita's new video. Have you seen it yet, Kemper?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Hey, I'm going to be messaging you after the live stream behind Green Eyes. I need some advisory work.
All right, let me show y'all behind Green Eyes is. Give me the Harlem PD number.
You can Google it, man.
Yeah, it's. I'll text it to you. Let's see.
My guess is BDAC has a shady side. No law-abiding moral citizen would be okay with a person evading the law, lying, and scamming. They wouldn't be giving them money, for sure. And I guarantee you, in one shape or form, he's given Ernie money recently. And even since he's known he was on the run. Guarantee it.
I'm going to put the link from behind Green Eyes in the chat. Oh, shit. I put everything except the link. There's the link. Now I'm going to play it for you.
We gon' get it on. We gon' get it. We gon' get it. We gon' get it on. We gon' get it. We gon' get it. We gon' get it on. We gon' get it. We gon' get it. We gon' get it on.
So let me explain to you. Desert Storm was going on when I went to basic around that time. And, everybody was getting ready. Pretty much, they took her unit from, they took her unit and from Harlan. If you go back and look at that, you'll see that from the National Guard. and a lot of the guys went over there. So, like I said, I was working as 88 mic at the time, and I had an accident, and the steering wheel about went through my chest. So that ceased a lot for me right there.
What vehicle did you drive?
It was a Jeep.
So there were some pretty good catches right there by Behind Green Eyes. We're going to go over those. Absolutely, X Factor. Let me give X Factor a link. Now, in February of 1991, Ernie was 11 years old. He didn't turn 12 until December 31st of that year. Yep. Yep, 6 years old. And then when it was over, you were right close to 8, right? Well, hello, X Factor. How are you tonight?
Hey, Jimbo and Kemper, how are you?
Doing good.
Doing well.
So I wanted to discuss that video that Behind Green Eyes made was so amazing. I cannot express enough. First of all, before I make my statement about my conversation with Ernie, Behind Green Eyes and L. Kennedy, and also Archivist Tina, you all do so much work in the background that it's unbelievable. I mean, I just can't believe how awesome you all are. And then you make it fair use. You play their videos, you add music, you add content, you make your own content. And you had information about what he was talking about with the wars. And he I didn't want to harp on it, but when he mentioned the Jeep, most soldiers don't call Humvee a Jeep.
Right. Hey, just a second. Kim Louise, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to the stand. We appreciate that. Good to see you all in chat tonight.
Yeah.
Right, go ahead.
And if you notice at the very end of that video, if you want to, you can go back and play, but you hear me go, And it's really faint, but I go, like, really? You're calling it a Jeep? Most soldiers do not call a Humvee a Jeep. We have deuce and a halves. We have 5-ton vehicles that we drive. The deuce and a halves don't have power steering, most of them. And, a Humvee is a Humvee. A Jeep would have been, we're talking like really, really, really long time ago before it got, transitioned into a Humvee. So for him to say that he drove a Jeep, I mean, that's like post-World War II conversation.
Right. Korea. That kind of shit.
Yeah, like a Jeep is what the officers used to drive and like high-ranking NCOs, during the First and Second World War, when they were driving around town and they needed to pick somebody up real quick or check on somebody or whatever, they would drive a Jeep because it was functional, easy, low, didn't have a lot of armor, obviously, but it was fast.
Right.
And so, I can't imagine too many trade-offs that still have Jeeps. But now, does that mean that he didn't serve? Now, you all are aware that if whenever he released that information on his documents, I publicly supported that I think that he did serve in the military. and you're aware of that.
Yep.
Now, I still think that he served, but if you remember, and you might not have watched it because it was a freaking 8-hour live. Airborne Vet was in Sarah's chat, and he was saying, X Factor, ask him questions. Ask him. He kept pressing me to ask questions. So I said, okay, fine, I'll ask Ernie some questions. And I thought to myself, okay, I'll ask him a question that any soldier who went through basic training would know. And I asked him a question about zeroing the rifle. And I asked him before, because when you step onto a range in the Army or in any branch, the first thing you have to do is you have to zero your weapon, because you get issued a new weapon. It's new to you. They hand it to you and you read off the serial number, and you have no idea what the sight aperture is set to. You don't know how people shoot differently. Their body posture is different. Some people are smaller. Some people are bigger. Their shoulders are different sizes. So you literally have to go and adjust your weapon. Every soldier knows that. It's a requirement. You cannot qualify. They will not send you to the second range. Every range is split in half. There's a zeroing range and a qualifying range.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept asking him, what do you do on the range before you qualify? And then I told him about the 3 bullets. What about those 3 bullets that form a triangle that you shoot at a white stationary target? I mean, I'm literally throwing. It's like I'm LeBron James, like throwing him really easy
dunks.
Yeah, like your Coach Jimbo. Like I'm throwing him lobs, like the easiest fucking lobs in the world.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it starts with a Z, and he still didn't know it. And I was like, it's called zeroing. And so literally, there are some soldiers that take hours to zero in basic training because it's the first time shooting a weapon. And they suck. They're wearing birth control glasses, some of them, those big ass glasses that prevent you from getting anyone pregnant because no one will sleep with you. And you got people who spend hours trying to zero before they go to qualify. So the idea that he did not know what zeroing happens, and usually in the 3rd phase of basic during what's called the blue phase. I have a feeling that Ernie didn't make it to blue phase in basic training. That's my theory, because he didn't know about zeroing. Now he knows about weapons. He knows about security stuff. He knows about things that are like related to fire department and shit. That's because he's done security tours with people. That's part of his job. Sometimes people hire him to do security details.
Right.
So he knows some stuff, but he didn't know anything about zeroing on a military range.
Well, the stuff he does talk about knowing, could you pick that up? Let's say if your best friend was in the military and did go through that kind of stuff.
There are things that he's able to recite, like, for example, the Soldier's Creed. And, he talks about certain things that make me think that he did serve. But like I said, he's awfully, he doesn't like to talk about it. And I normally don't push him, but I just thought and I'll be honest with you, Jimbo, I thought to myself, well, hell, I'll ask him this question and then I'll get Airborne Vet off my back. Like, for better or for worse, I'm telling you the truth right now. I thought to myself, okay, Airborne Vet, I'll let Ernie prove to you that he at least served in basic. That was my thought process. Right. So then I asked him that, and I was fucking shocked that he didn't know what zeroing was.
John Loveday said he admitted to me that he never went to basic. I don't know if you know who John is, but he knows Ernie from the mask community way back, and he's
also from Newport too. He got to see a lot of the shit Ernie and Tina did.
Yeah, and he's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, got it. Well, and then he got pissed off at me because he realized that I guess he felt embarrassed or something because he was trying to he always has this image that he has to, I guess, portray to his live stream and his viewers. So then he got pissed off at me like 30 minutes later after they sent him the screenshots of me talking to Airborne Vet and Sarah's chat. And then now he's pissed off. But, I thought I was asking him questions that were pretty easy.
Yeah, but he's going to be pissed off because you're on this panel right now, too. So.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like there's nothing I can do at this point. He's already made his decision. I just don't think that he is someone who has my best interest in mind.
He don't. He don't.
Only his.
So anyway, I just wanted to speak on that because there were just things that happened last night. Some things he knows about, but other things, experiences that you have in basic that you don't forget.
Right.
He can't recall them.
Yeah.
Like the way he likes to tell stories and talk and everything, he would have tons of stories he would still be regurgitating right now about basic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Any time that he was in the military. Like, he's got pictures of him wearing an MP uniform.
Yeah. I just find it weird.
I don't believe that one bit.
It is a little weird that he's in his civilian uniform, his black shirt and khakis, while everybody else is in ACUs, and he's swearing an oath. Is it possible that he showed up to swear an oath and he didn't have the right uniform, or he forgot his uniform and they swore him in anyway? I mean, that's a possibility, but honestly, usually that happens at a MEP center.
But that picture is from him at the Tennessee Guard.
That's what I'm saying. The Tennessee Guard has a military processing station where they swear people in. They swear oaths and stuff. They don't just do it at a random.
Tennessee Guard's not Tennessee National Guard.
No, it's not the National Guard. It's two different things.
It's a voluntary thing.
State Guard's volunteers. It's not.
So that to me explains why he's wearing.
Oh, okay. So that's a paramilitary group you're talking about.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's not a military group.
They basically serve in the capacity like Red Cross and stuff like that happens.
Got it.
When there's a tornado or flood or a natural disaster, that kind of thing.
Yeah, volunteers.
Mm-hmm. So, almost like a rescue squad.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
you've always been more than fair to Ernie and let him, let him speak, and like you don't try to. Like you said, you were feeding him easy questions to try to give him the benefit of the doubt and let him knock some of the detractors off, and he just couldn't do it.
Right.
But there were things that he did know, like, for example, the NBC chamber with the gas masks and certain ways that, the people act and while they're, while CS gas is in the chamber and the way that drill sergeants treat the soldiers. Those are certain things that I think he was being truthful on. That's the reason why I think maybe he lied to John. Maybe he did. Maybe he was embarrassed about not completing basic. Maybe he got injured at basic and didn't do range training. That's why he doesn't know about zeroing. But he did gas chamber.
Yeah, I think if Ernie was ever at basic training, he would have said something about it before now.
But I will tell you this. I do know that Ernie has been known to be in these groups of people that are militia-minded.
Yeah.
And Ernie has fancied himself to be a big part of that at times. And I know a lot of the conversations in those chats are about things like that.
Well, I agree with you, Camper. And Jimbo, you just mentioned that I've always been fair and nice. And I really have. Do you see me asking for dates? Do you see me asking for like locations of where you serve, and do you know anybody, and who did you serve with, and what date did you go? I'm not trying to skip trace people. I don't live my life trying to ruin other people's lives. It's not my thing. And so I don't do that. But what did he do? Last night, he was asking me about dates. When did you serve? When did you go to basic? When did you get out? Trying to approximate my age, shit like that. Because they want to go to Ancestry.com and do a fucking search and check records and shit like that. I got news for them. I paid a company over $1,000. I believe it was like $1,500, and they removed all of my data in 2017, including all of my data, everything that I could ever, every phone number that I've ever used, every email address that I've ever used. You all can search it right now. I mean, you can look, you can do a search for companies that remove your personal information from public search websites. And there are businesses that make their business off from doing that. And they do it quicker than you. You can do it manually, but there's over 100 websites that do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you do it manually, it'll take you forever.
Yeah, it's probably worth the price to do it.
It's worth it. It's 100% worth it. So, you know, what do? They go and they have established relationships with these websites. They know exactly what to do with each website, where to submit the information. Some websites have forms that you can automatically submit. Some of them you got to email them. Some of them you got to fucking, you know, jump through hoops. But they did it. So if you think you're going to go to Ancestry.com and fucking dox me or any other of these public facing websites, unless you have access to government data, you ain't going to dox me. So I'm not fucking worried.
John, I believe that. He said he Googles it and has friends that told him the stories.
Well, I know he's got one friend, God rest his soul, that ain't here anymore, that really thought of Ernie as a brother. And he was definitely in the National Guard. This other guy was. So, you know, I know that Ernie has spent, you know, plenty of time at the guy's house and, you know, sleeping there and, you know, so for him to pick up stories and, you know, and adapt them as his own, I could totally see that.
Well, I mean, look at the cottonmouth story that he told recently, the kidney failure, same thing that Tina went through, the same thing that happened to Beloved Ghost. He's telling their stories again as himself. So, I mean, we do know he does that. Now, do I think he went through the beginning process of going into the military? Yeah, I believe that. Because he also went through the beginning process of trying to become a law enforcement. But he's not allowed to purchase a firearm.
Yeah. And Kemper, I agree with what you said earlier. You said that you don't think, or I think it was you. You said you don't think that Ernie is the one that's actually trying to dox people or skip trace them. He has a team, a little small team of idiots that try to do it.
Always
and
has.
So when I'm addressing him, I'm really talking to his little fucking team in the background.
Well, I can tell you, I've got a video I'll be putting out probably today or tomorrow of Ernie getting his original email from Jody Farr. And Jody Farr is his Ancestry.com lurker.
Yeah.
So Ancestry.com is popular because they have connections to the Mormon database.
Mm-hmm.
But what Jody doesn't know is that you and even the company that I paid, you can manually request to have your information removed from all databases, including Mormon databases. Now, I will say this. It is more difficult because they will contact you and they will tell you, are you aware of the repercussions of what you're doing? Because it's a part of their faith. Do you all know that according to Mormon faith, they believe that you can go back and you can save someone post-mortem? And the reason why they're so obsessed with databases and records is because they want to collect the entire human race and try to save as many people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why they're obsessed with it. Yep. But you can contact them and you can say, I'm aware of your, you know, what you're going to tell me. I'm not going to change my mind. Please remove my information. And they have to do it by law.
Spectral, she's been one of the main ones behind his doxing. Jody has been.
Yeah.
At least for 2 solid years. She's been one of the main ones. She can deny it all she wants to. We know it is. She's bragged about it. Ernie's pretty much all but said her name. Her and Ernie and Southern Girl had quite a few panels together and said a lot of dumb shit they shouldn't have said, and it just told on them. So, Yeah, but that's who that's been.
Yeah.
That's why I laughed so hard when I seen him make that one community post. He had that book that said "Find anybody anywhere." Because that motherfucker couldn't find his damn tennis shoes in his fucking car, bro. He couldn't. Could not do it. He's a piece of shit, though.
Mr. Kitty says Mr. Shell once told the story of shortly after enlisting in the National Guard, he was in a serious motor vehicle accident that landed him in the hospital and he couldn't go back to finish basic training.
Okay.
You don't get breaks from basic training, do you? My brother went one summer and it was all one summer and it was over.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you miss, you have to go back and redo it, I think.
It is possible. Now, here's a theory. He could have went through basic and then, if he wasn't active duty, though. Well, he could have went through basic and AIT right after and then gotten injured because he told me he was an 88 Mike was a transportation. So he could have finished basic and then went right into AIT right after that, like a week later. And then they started him on his transportation career, which is where you learn your job. And then he probably got hurt on his job. There's just so many different theories and we'll never really know.
No,
That's the thing. It's so hard to find out that kind of information about military people.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it should be. It should be for real military personnel. It should be that.
It's sad that anybody should have to do this, though. Shouldn't have to question somebody about their military background, whatever. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to. Shouldn't have douchebags like Ernie running around making you question.
You're probably right, Nancy. He probably meant that he never left for basic. I don't know. It's even the friend that I was talking about. Like he got injured.
Crimes. He went into the Tennessee Guard, but we're also talking about the real National Guard. He actually did start the process. We don't know beyond that, but we do know that.
Anyway, the friend that I was talking about was injured. And I think he got a medical discharge, I think. So, it could be another one of Ernie's stolen stories. I know he does that a lot. He'll hear things and then, just adopt them and make them his story. I've seen him do that forever.
And part of that is a part of his disinformation campaign. He likes to throw out half-truths in order to throw people off. And he doesn't care if you believe him or not. That's the thing. And that's the reason why it's hard to trust someone that does that, because they do so much misinformation that you don't know when they're telling the truth and when they're playing games.
Well, that would explain it, John. If he never left for basic, he would never even gone to AIT or anything. So he would have never known about zeroing in or anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to drop down. I just wanted to speak on that, and I'll continue to be in chat. And thank you all.
Before you go, have you seen Ernie's expert marksmanship?
No.
I will go find that video. I think Kip has it on his channel. We'll play it too.
I don't have the shot heard around the world.
I've got it on my phone, so if I have to, I'll email it and we'll watch it here in a minute. But
Jimbo, have you been enjoying watching Tina and Mamita Alicia and all these ladies twerking over the last couple days?
I did watch it once because Behind Green Eyes put it out there, but I haven't seen it more than once.
Watch it once and delete it twice.
He told you.
Now, Mamita, I thought was having a seizure. And of the ones I saw, I would think that Paper Cut Tina won that.
Did Ernie tell you that he did his basic at Benning?
Correct. Yes, last night he did.
Wow. Yeah, he's lying.
Oh, so he told you he went to basic at Benning, huh?
Yes.
Because I'll say this. I've known John for a few years now. And John's not going to lie about what Ernie says.
Yeah. And then he tried to make it sound like we were in the same basic training unit. He was like, I think I know you.
Yeah.
I think I know who you were. Did we go to basic together? Like, yeah, like I went through basic in freaking 1990.
I was going to say, you're not nowhere near his age, are you?
No.
I didn't think so.
But he's obsessed with finding what my dates are. And I refuse to give out dates or like real names of people.
Yeah.
Didn't he say last night he thought he was okay? A couple of days later, they found he had multiple broken bones and he died. What?
Yes. He said that he had been declared dead while he was in the hospital and that he was able to see. That's the reason why I'm saying a lot of this shit is him just being grandiose.
Yeah, he's being stupid. Just like he went to the emergency room and they told him he had like a few weeks to live, and so he contacts Jimbo and tells him that.
Yeah. But like a lot of it, I think, is him trying to just overplay his Lightning Tiger character. But then there are times like when we like he said yesterday or last night he said that he went to Fort Benning, Georgia. But apparently some people in chat are saying that he said he went to a different place.
Well, he told Loveday he didn't ever go at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know John's been straight up, and then he's always shown receipts when he made claims, and I guarantee you Ernie said that shit. But again, he goes and tells you he did his basic at Benning. I've never heard him bring up Benning ever. And believe me, we've gone toe to toe over his stolen valor.
Actually, he told me that he went to Fort Benning. He did his basic in September at Fort Benning. So he told me the month.
Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah, anytime he gets caught, he's like, "Well, I was just testing you, and I'm putting it out there to see if you
tactic."
Yeah,
stupid.
Didn't even did I charge you $1.99? Did I charge you 99 cents? No, I did it for free.
It's funny.
Yeah, he's full of shit. Always has been, always will be. He'll never stop. It's just the lies get worse, and it's involving more people and putting a lot of people and their families in danger. And that's a problem.
Well, you know what? If he wants to be pissed off at me, then I won't go on his panels anymore. When I'm on people's panels, I try to be fun. Like I try to bring like the tarot cards and wear the glasses and make people laugh and smile. And I really am not all about all this fuck shit, really, when it comes down to my character. But he can just hang out with Tina and then she can just drone on for 30 minutes at a time about everything in her life. And I wish Papercut Tina the best in the world, but I will be honest, she does overshare. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
So they can just sit there on panel and do whatever the fuck they do.
Yeah, I'm sure if Ernie pulls you up on panel or lets you comes up on panel, he's just going to try to berate you and talk down to you and everything else he's been known to do to many people.
Yeah.
That's just how he goes. Don't take much to piss him off. He likes having, the back and forth with people. He likes talking and starting shit, but when it comes down to it, he cries and says people are picking on him. And that's not the truth. He knows that. But he still doesn't stop attacking. And it don't matter. Like, if his mom pissed him off, he would attack his mom.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's what's wrong with a fool.
I'm going to find this video, and I'll share it when I find it.
I asked why you was wearing those glasses, Karen, and Nick told me those are your trolling glasses.
Wait, is she in chat? When did she say that?
Probably when you were doing it.
Oh, well, I like the glasses. I think they look cool. People think it's a filter.
Yep, it's fun. I liked them.
Anything you can do to try to make a stream somewhat entertaining. I mean, sometimes the people that I'm on panel with, they have no personality. They're just, I don't know, it's weird. They just sit there and they just want to kiss Ernie's ass, and they have no conversation. They don't have any talking points. Hell, I had to get Tina. We had to wait for 10 minutes while Tina stopped fucking around with shit in the background and have her come up on camera so we could have a conversation with her. She's on panel and she's doing random shit in the background, like, "Oh, I want to do this." Oh. It's like, come on.
Well, at least it wasn't Mama T. Mama T would have people come up on her panel and then dip out. Hey, can you run this live stream for a little bit? I'll be right back.
Wait, when you say dip out, do you mean her Wi-Fi dips out, or she does?
No, you would just peace out and go to the store or take somebody to work or whatever.
Yeah. That night you were waiting on Tina. That was the night she said you used your forearm to make yourself a new vajayjay.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
she's such an idiot. I think she thinks that I'm a trans man, like a biological female who transitions to male and has a phalloplasty.
Yeah.
Because they do that kind of surgery for phalloplasty surgeries. So I don't know if I'm throwing her off, but I'm not a trans man, Tina. I'm a trans woman, honey. And they don't tear off my forearm to create a vagina. I hate to break it to you. And they don't rip off my ass to create a vagina either, Tina. You need to go watch a YouTube video, bitch.
There's a history with her and that whole topic anyway. That's why she's acting out like she is. Like, that has a lot to do with why she lost the custody of her oldest two kids.
It's because of trans stuff?
No, that topic. Her son was not fully developed as a man and was needing his medicine to be able to, and that's what he wanted to live life as, and she denied him any medicines.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
So, yeah, like I said, it's the topic, not necessarily the specific, but yeah, definitely the topic.
Sure. I'm sure that brings up negative things, and she probably associates that with me because that's what low IQ people do. They disassociate and then blame other people. Fair enough.
Yep.
But yeah, that has a lot to do with it, I'm sure. I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not a psychiatrist, but
you just play one on TV, Kemper. I've seen your shows. No,
he did play the Holiday Inn Express last night, though. That's the thing.
Do you have that video, or did you want to play that part drop down?
I just emailed it over, so I'm gonna, but I'll load it up and we'll share here in a minute.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. It shows Ernie is an expert marksman that fires a 9mm from a kneeled position, probably 20 yards away, and hits the size of a quarter or less in a hockey match that he was aiming at, a little red dot.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's like Chuck Norris.
You ain't kidding. But we know the secret. After we show the video, we'll tell you what the secret is.
I'd like to see Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee and Ric Flair at a WrestleMania. I think that would be fucking interesting.
It would be really interesting.
Bruce Lee
did.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that would be like a dream match.
Oh, I got you.
Flair would whip their ass.
Flair is so fucking awesome. Hey, Jimbo, do you remember that impersonator at TNA in 2010 who impersonated Ric Flair?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my God. I watched it today, and it's one of the best impersonations that anyone's ever done in wrestling. It's one of the most. Mm-hmm. You just type in Ric Flair impersonator TNA.
Okay.
And it is one of the funniest things you'll ever see. The guy comes out and he literally can talk like him. He's a black man, but he talks just like Ric Flair, walks like him, does the elbow drop, makes Ric Flair so pissed off. He starts running around the ring saying, "You quit stealing my lines." And he starts doing elbow drop and wooing and everything. It's fucking hilarious.
That is killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Hell yeah. Ric Flair is like, my favorite wrestler of all time is Dusty Rhodes.
The American Dream.
Is the opposite of Dusty Rhodes, and I think without either one, they wouldn't have been what they were. But I think Ric Flair is the greatest overall wrestler of all time, professional wrestler.
Yeah, and he kind of has a small stature, so it's so interesting that he's a 16-time world champ with such a small stature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's not like a Batista or a Brock Lesnar or anything like that. He sort of, I don't want to say cheated, but he grinded his way,
Well, you know what pro wrestling's all about, though. It's not about the way you look, the way you smell, what it comes down to, and it's not who the baddest man in the ring is. It's how many asses you put in the seats.
True. It's all
And
about, what does Ric Flair say? Being a limousine riding, kiss stealing, son of a gun.
Yep. And everybody wanted to see him get his ass whipped. So if you thought I'm going to go watch Nikita Koloff tear his head off, you'd buy that ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd leave disappointed because Ric Flair would end up cheating and winning.
Yep.
And you're thinking, I can't wait till Nikita gets hold of him next time, and you'll be there the next time too.
Yep.
I don't want to get too far off topic, but what do you think about this recent development with Cody Rhodes being pushed aside by The Rock for WrestleMania?
Oh, I didn't know that. Is The Rock?
Yeah, the Rock paid 30. So Vince McMahon got kicked, obviously.
Yeah.
Because of the lawsuit. Well, The Rock came in to the board and dropped $30 million so that he could take over a position at the TKO group, which is the board of directors. And there's a rumor that they promised him WrestleMania with Roman Reigns. And this entire time for 2 years, Cody Rhodes has been building up his story to face and beat Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. And then The Rock comes in, movie star, drops $30 million, joins the board, and now he's the new Vince McMahon controlling the entire story.
The new heel.
From the standpoint of Cody Rhodes, that's going to suck. But from the business standpoint, the WWE needs that.
Yeah.
They need The Rock with this stuff about Vince McMahon coming out, and The Rock he could save it. He could save the company.
Well, they've been booing him on Monday Night Raw last night. When The Rock's name came up, they started booing him. So it's not a good look right now. And also, We Want Cody has been trending for 3 days, #1 worldwide.
Really?
On X, on Twitter X.
Yeah, like I said,
the power Rock versus Cody showdown coming.
I got a feeling that The Rock is going to have to work himself out of the WrestleMania storyline, or people are going to cancel WrestleMania.
No, they won't.
For the first time in history.
They'll still watch, because then they'll be in the back of their mind. They're going to be thinking, I hope Cody Rhodes runs out there and runs that son of a bitch's chains.
Well, I was going to say, they're already selling tickets to the next WrestleMania with this storyline.
Yep.
Oh, my God. How long can you kick the can, though, Kemper?
And I mean, using social media to beef it up. Oh, yeah, why not? That's where all the power is right now.
Yeah, but The Rock can't go heel. He's a movie star. If he goes heel,
great heel.
He's played heel before.
Yeah, that's before he's a Hollywood star.
Still,
he's a great heel.
I could really see him doing a good job of it. He was talking about on Joe Rogan about being the heel.
What that thing where he asks people like, "What's your name?" And then they'll try to tell him their name. He'll go, "It doesn't matter what if he asks, what if he asks Cody Rhodes what his name is, and then he goes, "It doesn't matter what your story is," because he's trying to build his story.
Yeah. And that'll sell, like I said, selling tickets to that showdown in the next WrestleMania.
Yeah, it'll be the last one.
Hey, all right. Well, you're up here. You want to watch this?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you don't have to drop down. You can watch it here if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
This is Ernie's expert shot with a 9mm. Shot her around the world. Well, shit. Hang on, I pull it back up.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Wasn't it?
It was so good.
When I don't resave it like that, a lot of times with that raw file like that,
It was so accurate. He did it so quickly that the video ended.
Wait till you hear the story about it. Even more impressive.
You'll see the red dot. What I'm going to do, we'll concentrate over here. The map, everything. You'll see the red dot. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to focus, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to kneel down on this shot. I'm going to kind of get in a kneeling position to shoot this. I'm going to shoot about 3 inches down in order to hit it where the accuracy is. Where I've adjusted my sights and things, I can shoot plumb through it and everything will be good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kneel down.
See the mask in the tree?
And here we go.
Far right, about midway.
Yeah, I see it.
That's it.
Hooked to a string.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fishing line.
Perfect bullet hole.
Right through the
That
red
kind
dot.
is done. Wipe this red off here before it dries. Here, go ahead, hold this. And until next time, I'm the killer inside.
How many people in this world do you think could make that shot?
Jimbo, can you go back to where that mask falls? Can we
it falls
see?
before the shot. Yeah. Yeah, hang on. Let me pull it back in.
Remember, Ernie was the one that made the shot on that guy that killed law enforcement.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's the only one to do this shot, too.
What I want to test is how it falls. Does it feel like it's pulled?
Yeah, it comes straight down, like it don't go backwards.
Mm.
Let's see. See?
No, you can
Slow this
see.
down. Let me see if I got speed on here. Speed.
Funny enough, we found out the truth behind this when Jimbo spoke to one of the people that was testifying in Ernie's brother's murder trial.
Yeah, the woman who said Ernie held a pillow to her head with a gun. She's the one who pulled the string.
Yep.
I'm gonna kneel down. And here we go.
Sounds like Brad.
You've been drinking tonight, honey? Okay,
Yeah, that was
come
cool.
on. There's someone. Okay, here's my theory on this. Someone is under. I mean, notice how there's a lot of brush right under that branch. I think someone is laying down right under it, and he just pulled the string straight down. Whoever's under that.
Yeah, it's that lady. The lady who Ernie said put a pillow to her head and a gun. It was her.
Same one we talk about. Her daughter was. He went in on her daughter while she was changing and touched her, and her parents ran him out of their house with a gun.
Yeah, she said that he had fishing line hooked onto it, and she pulled it down right when he shot.
Oh man, there you go.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, she was there. That's like, I mean, obvious, but yeah, I don't know.
But honestly, though, I mean, in your honest opinion, how many? That's an expert shot, right? Like that's not an easy shot with a handgun. Right?
It's not an easy shot with a 9mm. No, it's not. And but I don't know. It just. I keep going back, Jimbo, to that email screenshot where he got an email from the National Personnel Record System, and that is what looks legit to me. That's the reason why I said no. I'm not going to let Easy attack him. You know, he clearly has an email from the Personnel Record System. It has like a subject line. It has the header. You know, it has it looked like a legit email, and so I really do believe that he has something to do with the military. But
well, I was told he was enlisted by people that enlisted around the same time he did. So I was told that.
Yeah. So I'm not going to officially say that I think he never joined the military. I'm just going to say that I think something happened in basic if he went to basic.
Yeah.
And it sounds like John said that Ernie told him flat out. And you said John was his friend?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's known him for about 10 years, I'd say, 8 to 10 years.
John is a hockey mask guy and horror mask guy too. And,
Yeah.
Ernie had been after John in these forums and stuff, I think, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but to buy one of his masks. But, John did his research and never actually pulled the trigger, pun intended, on getting a mask from Ernie.
Okay. Got it.
And
Did
he was also in the same town that Predator Hunter Nation started.
Oh.
He's from Cosby. So he was just a few miles down the road from Tina and Ernie and Xander when they were running around doing their thing there.
Got it.
Yeah.
There was one thing I wanted to ask you, Jimbo. So Ernie lived with you as a roommate for a brief time?
He stayed at our house sometimes, yeah.
Okay. So, and you all were friends, and what was your experience like whenever he stayed there?
He's like one of the kids here, like we had to stay on him to do his chores and
wash his ass and
wash himself, take a bath, anything. He's like a kid.
Just hanging around, play on the social media, and
yeah,
sit on the couch.
I seen something shocking today. Nicolina was playing one of her videos that she edited on her backup channel, and they asked Ernie whether or not he was involved romantically with you, with Jimbo, and Ernie was like, why would they fucking ask that? Like, who asked that in court?
Ernie's family told the defense team that they saw me and Ernie making out up at Ernie's grandmother's house.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they ain't never seen me up at his grandmother's house ever. I've been there once. And I did not go in the house.
Yeah.
Ernie went in and got something and we left. So I don't, all that shit, just they were making up shit to try to get Shelby out of trouble. And
he said no. Ernie said no. So
well, yeah, of course. But now Ernie's Shelby's story was that he got in on this guy by telling him they were going to have gay sex. The guy was murdered. And if you've seen the crime scene photos, the dude is not wearing pants, like they're down his legs. So, but anyway, the defense team wanted to show that Ernie was the gay guy, and that because he's got that lifeout.com profile, the gay for pay profile.
Oh Lord.
Of course he claims it wasn't him, somebody else did it. But anyway, that's the reason why that was said. And,
that shocked me, and I was doing dishes, and when I heard that said in court, I stopped doing dishes and I was like, what the fuck did I just hear? I was like, I had to dry my hands and then like replay it. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, listen, that I never heard that in court. When we were there, like they kept us in a room by ourselves. That's why I know the story about this lady slipping Ernie a note is bullshit. Because we were never around anybody. We were in a room by ourselves. When it was our turn to testify, the sheriff's department came and got us, walked us to the witness stand, behind where the judge goes in, and waited on us to get done and walked us back to the room.
Got it.
So we didn't have any interaction with anybody. I never saw anything on the trial. We were told not to watch anything, so I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't really care. I mean, I just had, the confession, and that's my complete knowledge of the thing. So I didn't want, to see a bunch of bullshit anyway.
Yeah.
But when I if he gets back on panel, I can tell you, when I saw that, when I got the DVD and I was watching that, I was like, holy shit, Kemper. You ain't gonna believe what these motherfuckers said. And, and I could have kept that out.
Yeah.
I could have cut that part out, but I didn't. I mean, I played it as soon as we saw it.
Yeah.
Today, but Kemper can tell you, I was pretty shocked to see what they were saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were. We
The
talked
only
about
reason
it
why
for
I
a
asked,
while.
the only reason why I asked is because I didn't know if maybe that was like AI, like maybe they were doing memes or something. So I wanted to hear it from you whether or not that was an actual scene. Because sometimes people can create AI, fake, deep fake shit,
No, it's
and I
real.
was like, that could have been someone doing clips just to, try to hurt you or something. But I didn't know.
Yeah,
So,
it's real.
wow.
His uncle that Ernie claims to be good friends with now, that's in prison for, I don't know, he had like 2 desks full of drugs when he got arrested. The guy that in the video says he hates Ernie and loves Shelby.
Hmm.
That when he said he saw me kiss Ernie.
Mhm.
Whatever, dude. That dude ain't never seen me face to face. Ain't never seen me in person. Never. And I ain't never seen him either. So, that's just made up shit to try to get Shelby out of trouble.
One thing I learned briefly when I worked with MPs on certain missions in the military is it doesn't matter if it's police or military, when you have someone sitting across the table being accused of something, they will say anything to redirect the attention away from them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll go with it. If they think that they'll throw it out like a fishing line. And if you bite it, they'll let you, let you take the leash a little bit and let you run with it. And they'll think, oh, I can use this as my golden ticket. And what most people don't know is they know you're lying or they know that you're, whatever, like in that situation, just to say whatever to get out. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's like the defense asked Ernie at one point, had he ever been a sheriff's deputy? And he's like, no. And then he started naming off different sheriff's department. And there was one sheriff's department, I can't remember which county it was, Kemper.
It's Campbell County, I think.
County sheriffs in Tennessee. And he was like,
Campbell County, yeah.
Let me think. Now listen, Karen, if you ain't never been a fucking sheriff's deputy, it don't matter what county it is, right? You ain't never been a sheriff's deputy.
Yeah.
But he goes, let me think. No.
Let me think about what I would have manipulated here.
Yeah, like what the fuck? You weren't. Just say no, Ernie. And that's the thing that even though his brother fully confessed and gave details on how he killed the guy, Ernie's friggin' stories and his grandiose, like, if you get a chance, watch the videos. I was going to go over Ernie's testimony tonight. Probably be too late tonight, but we might tomorrow. But it's just the way he talks and tells these wild, crazy stories and then he looks at the jury like, can you believe that? Like, I'm telling you something, believe me,
Almost like he wants to play a character and be acknowledged.
He did. He absolutely did. Absolutely.
Yep.
Because he wanted him to write a book. He wanted fame from this trial.
I've had friends like that in real life. Not as serious as this, but I've had friends like that overplay their life and their situation, and they tell little lies, and then those lies become bigger lies, and then it all just becomes a huge play.
Let me play you this video real quick.
Yeah, I'm just going to say this. I'm seeing what's being said in chat.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, fuck Speakeasy.
Oh God, what is he doing?
Him and his 46 people over there streaming us. Fuck off, bitch. And second of all,
Easy. How are you doing, Mr. Pachinko?
And BK, you don't need to talk about anybody else with their children with yours is aging out in foster care. You've got another one you can't see because you don't know how to act. But you're going to bring up somebody else and their children? So you can fuck off.
Is BK over there with Easy?
No, he's on his own, and he's over there playing the phone calls with Nicolina and law enforcement today and talking about how she pissed away Maggie's college education.
Well, BK pissed away his freedom. He's going to jail in 2 days, bro. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
BK's worried about everybody on YouTube except for him.
I just wanted to say fuck him. That's all.
There you go. Yeah, speak your
Nancy,
piece.
play this for you. This is Ernie when he gave a statement to the Harlan County Sheriff when he turned Shelby in. Listen, see if you catch anything here at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
It slowed down.
You're right.
Did you hear it?
I heard that different voice at the end.
Let me back it up a little bit and play it for you again. He says, he told me how he set him up, how his britches around his ankles. He says, he told me this shit. And he goes, I wouldn't have known this shit if I didn't. And then he switches and says, if he didn't.
Oh, play that again.
You're right.
Back it up a little bit more.
You're right.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Well, giving the benefit of the doubt, let's just say that was a Freudian slip.
Right. I agree. It could happen once.
One of many.
I mean, do I think that?
So I was going to say,
go ahead, Kemper.
Yeah, I was going to say he had one at McDonald's when he said he didn't go back as well. So back to the murder scene.
Me and Ernie was arguing in person when I caught up to him one time. Much like he's doing now, he's running that mouth. And when I caught up to him, he tore down.
Wasn't it right after he got released from his public intoxication?
Yep.
I don't think Ernie has the. I don't think he's that evil to do something like that, like Shelby did. Now I could be wrong, but he just doesn't really strike me as evil like that.
He didn't me at first. He didn't me at first, but I can guarantee you that has changed with the shit I've seen him do and the stories I've been told by many, many, many people. Just the simple fact that he likes to use law enforcement, CPS, and other means to manipulate situations to work in his advantage. He's had people lose their children, custody of their children, for like a half a year to a year because of games he plays. Yeah, he's pretty bad. And that's not even counting the shit we don't know about. He kidnapped a man and took him out of state to Kentucky.
Why?
I don't know the specifics on why, but he took him out of state against his will. He kept wanting to be let out, and Ernie wouldn't let him out.
Yeah, it was on.
Drove him from Georgia to Kentucky.
Was that video where he was driving down the road and somebody was in the back of the trunk yelling and beating on the phone?
No.
This guy was in the front seat saying, "Let me out, Ernie. Let me out. You're kidnapping me." And Ernie's like, "No, I ain't letting you out till we get where we're going." And people in his chat, his friends, this Margaret Brock and everybody, Ernie, you have kidnapped him. If he wants out and you won't let him out, you have kidnapped him. But he didn't care.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about it really bothered me listening to this call that Nicolina did with the detective today, because it seemed like they could give two fucks less, and they just wanted her to not be on the call. Like they wanted her to hang up.
He didn't know what he was about. Obviously, he said it was still a misdemeanor. His failure to appear. No, it enhanced to a bell jumping felony class D charge.
And he was like, "Oh well, we're not the state troopers. We're we only serve this county. Like you can't pick up a phone and call another post and try to apprehend someone who has a fucking warrant in your area that she's literally giving you the address to. And it isn't even about like trying to get him. It just bothered me as I don't know. For me, if someone came up to me, I'm just thinking about like if I was on a mission, as a soldier, and someone came up to me and said, "Hey, this person's doing this wrong, and they're over here and they're doing this," I would say, "Okay, let's get on it." I would contact my chain of command and we would be on top of that shit. But she calls and they're just like, "Oh, well, Yeah, you talking about that guy that wears that cowboy hat? Yeah, we know about him. It's like, what the fuck, dude? It gives law enforcement a bad name. But
Oh, it
anyway,
does. It does. Well, I mean, no, I mean, I agree. And I mean, unfortunately, the mindset with a lot of police, especially the ones that have to answer phones, their mindset is a lot of times they're not going to mess with it. And it's only going to be dealt with if something extreme happens, somebody's hurt or something. And unfortunately, that's the way a lot of times it is. Now, I can say there's a lot more that I've experienced that aren't like that, but unfortunately, you still have those that are in law enforcement that are like that. And like I said, he didn't know what he was talking about. So I'm doubting his experience as, a deputy or anything.
yeah.
Like I said, I think he hates life answering phones.
A few years ago, I walked into a Chipotle, and I was in line for Chipotle for approximately like 5 minutes, according to the receipt. And in that 5 minutes, I had someone break into my vehicle. They broke 3 windows, and they took my purse.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time that I realized why women carry their purse so closely around. They don't leave it laying in the fucking passenger seat. I didn't realize that people, like criminals, look at that and they think, "Oh, that's a shit ton of money." Well, I called the police. I waited for 3 hours, you all, for the police to show up just to file a report that I knew was not going to go anywhere, but I wanted to file it. They didn't show up. So I called the local station. I said, "Hey, I've called. Is anyone ever going to show up?" They said, "Well, we have other priorities right now." I said, "Okay." So I'm sitting here in this parking lot in the middle of the day at 1:30,
Mm-hmm.
but got 3 windows busted out. Been here for 3 hours, and you can't stop by and hand me a report. I said, "You know what? I'm gonna drive down to the station and just do it manually." So that's what I did. I got the manager to come out, and I cleaned up the glass. I apologized to the manager and threw it in the trash. And they checked the cameras, and it was in the blind spot, so they didn't even have a record of who did it or why. Well, other than just steal the purse, obviously. But here's the moral of that story. The funny part. All I had was $12 worth of makeup in that purse that I bought off from Amazon. So they fucking broke into my vehicle, took my purse thinking it was going to be full of money, and all they got was some shitty ass foundation and eyeshadow. So unless they were
Wow.
drag queens,
All that effort.
yeah, all that effort. Could you imagine them running into like some, you know, y- a side of a building and then been like, "Oh yeah, this is my payday." They open it up
Right.
and there's some fucking shitty ass Maybelline foundation.
Well, that's my favorite, Maybelline. That's
Yeah,
why.
maybe she's born with it.
Let
That's
me
for
listen
men.
to it. That's a, you can't even tell music, can you?
Yeah. But anyway, the moral of that story is I'm just trying to point out that the police, I mean, these days, unless there's blood on the ground, they ain't showing up.
Yeah, they're
No.
not bothering.
Yeah. But anyway, I will get off here. It is late, and thank you for having me on, you all.
Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming up.
All right. Y'all have a good night, everybody in chat. I will join you in chat. Bye
All
bye.
right. See you, Karen. Thank
Thank
you. All right. Tomorrow we definitely will go over Ernie's testimony. I got it pulled up, and but it's about this part of it here is 30 minutes long, I think. So,
Mm-hmm.
well,
Is that where he tells the story and all that shit?
yeah, we watched a little bit of it here. Let's watch some of it. Just see some of Ernie's mannerisms, and this is where he introduces himself to the
To the jury.
no, to the defense.
Hey, Redstone.
What's up, Redstone?
E-A-R-N-E-S-T?
Yes, I spell it different ways, but yes, it's E-A-R-N-E-S-T.
And
Get that
what's your date of
QNS.
birth?
12/31/79.
So you're the older brother.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you share the same father?
Yes, ma'am. Did share the same father.
No, you still do, Ernie.
And you mentioned a little bit that you make masks. Are those Jason masks?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that I'm going to ask some questions that you may be like, that's kind of dumb, but we're trying to tell everybody
Yes, ma'am.
background, right?
What kind of mask did you say?
Hockey mask.
What kind of mask?
Hockey.
Jason masks,
Jason
hockey masks. That's related to the Friday the 13th movies.
Yes, ma'am.
And you make those for collectors?
Yes, I make them for collectors and the Friday the 13th Hall of Fame for the new video game release. I made all the masks for the video game. They used it, I think, the mocaps and all the physical actions.
Okay. They don't have any hockey mask in a video game, Ernie. It's graphics. So you didn't make a hockey mask. You gave them some advice on it and got your name in the credits, but you didn't make a hockey mask. They're not hockey masks. It's a video game. It's imaginary. It's like your bounty hunting license.
Have you ever used a handle or an online nickname to promote your masks?
Yes, ma'am.
And is the Killer Inside one of the handles that you use?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you made videos about the Killer Inside?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's going to count the times Ernie goes to sucking on that water bottle? Is that number 3?
Dude.
2 right there.
All right. It's like he's doing a live stream triggered.
Yeah.
Were you involved with a horror convention in Knott County?
Yes, ma'am.
And so horror and Friday the 13th movies, those are the kind of things that some people would call hobbies, but it's more than just a hobby for you.
Yes, to a point. It was. It's not now.
Okay. Have you ever written a screenplay?
A screenplay?
Like for a movie or a TV show?
No, I've got one coming out.
Okay. What show have you got coming out?
It's a new slasher film. It's a whole new genre of things.
Bullshit is what he just said.
It's nothing to do with Friday the 13th.
Okay. But a new slasher horror type movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ernie, they weren't wanting you to say Friday the 13th there. Suck on that water one more time. They were wanting you to say slasher film, just like you just said, because you know what, Ernie? They're trying to pin that murder on you, and you don't even see it. Dumbass. Suck on that water again, boy.
Are you currently employed outside of your Jason mask business?
I was until this.
Okay. And what was your last employment?
Queen City Railroad.
You mentioned in testimony that you've been a bounty hunter.
Been a bounty hunter.
Okay. Were you licensed?
Yes, ma'am.
And what states do you?
State of Tennessee.
Licensed? Tennessee.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you ever a deputy in Tennessee?
No, ma'am. Okay. I was a corrections officer in Tennessee.
Corrections officer.
Chief corrections officer in Sullivan County Community Corrections.
Can you state that county again for the record?
Sullivan County Community Corrections, Kingsport.
Hay House.
So you've never claimed to be a Campbell County Sheriff's
Or
Deputy?
is that a different one? No, it's a different one.
Yeah, you just
You never had a Campbell County Sheriff's Deputy ID badge for your last employment?
Queen City Railroad.
You mentioned in testimony that you've been a bounty hunter.
Been a bounty hunter.
Okay. Were you licensed?
Yes, ma'am.
And what states do you?
State of Tennessee.
Licensed? Tennessee.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you ever a deputy in Tennessee?
No, ma'am. I was a corrections officer in Tennessee.
okay. Wasn't a deputy, but now listen.
Corrections officer.
Chief corrections officer in Sullivan County Community Corrections.
Can you state that county again for the record?
Sullivan County Community Corrections, Kingsport.
So you've never claimed to be a Campbell County Sheriff's Deputy?
Campbell County, no.
Now, why did you question yourself right there, Ernie? You just told her you never had been the sheriff's deputy. And then she said, You never been to the sheriff's deputy in Campbell County and you go, Campbell County, huh? No. You know that makes you look like you're lying, right, Ernie? Of course, you are. How many sucks on that water is you at now? That's number 4, narcissistic?
Yeah.
4 in 3 minutes.
You've never had a Campbell County Sheriff's Deputy ID badge, for example.
Campbell County. No.
Okay. And you don't claim to have ever been a sheriff's deputy in Tennessee or Kentucky?
Never been a sheriff's deputy in nowhere.
Have you ever claimed to work for a fugitive recovery team?
I've owned my own fugitive recovery team.
You have your own fugitive recovery
Pretty much, yeah. I don't have no more.
Okay. And did your fugitive recovery team work for a law enforcement agency?
No.
That was your own private
Bail
enterprise?
bonds. No, we just set up our own teams, different bounty hunters. It's licensed. They come together and we team up and we.
What's your license number in Tennessee?
Oh, what's this? Get that cocky look. I'll just pull out my license and show you. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, no, that ain't it. Hang on. Right, not right. No, that ain't it either. Here it is. Nope, that wasn't it either.
I don't think I have the card, but you look it up online. So there's an online thing for it. Actually, oh, that's Texas Services. My TAP BA number, let's see, at the time was 115-755-099. It was a license number. But I actually have the NPIR, which is a National Producer Insurance Rate number for bail bondsmen. I actually have one of those, but it was expired in December, my birthday, December 31st, 2018 was the last.
Do you mind if I approach? I just want to see the card.
I don't, oh, you see the old card. Yeah, I've got it. This is my TAP BA. But you'd have to look my other one online.
You have to look the other one online.
The NPIR I don't have.
Bored, Ernie?
Do you mind if we make a copy of this?
Yes, go ahead. It's outdated, but it's all I have left.
Number 5.
While we're getting that copy, you mentioned boxing. I think I thought that you were into wrestling and MMA, but
Do y'all see his smirks he's giving? Keeps doing a half smile, like a smirk, like, oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
You know they're going to get a complete dumbass to play you in the movie, right, Ern?
did you say you were a professional boxer also?
I was a professional boxer in Indiana. Had 4 fights. 4-0.
Nope. No fights. You just committed perjury. No fights on your boxing record, Ernie. You admitted that on somebody's panel recently, that you had a license but no professional fights. Perjury, son. In your brother's murder trial.
Is there any licensing for boxers in Indiana?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have your license?
There's an online license agency. I've not done it in 16 years. Actually, it's going to start back here in April. They offered me a professional fight in Knoxville under John Faust, and I was going to be reissued a new license.
But you also do participate in MMA and wrestling?
I'm one of the founders in Kentucky of mixed martial arts.
You didn't found shit, motherfucker.
And did Jimbo Collins or James Collins also participate in that with you?
Yes.
Nope, I didn't participate in that with you. I dominated you. I ran a show and took over your little rinky-dink bullshit, put you out of business. Not with you, Ernie. Against you.
In MMA and wrestling, I guess to put it simply, were you a good guy or a bad guy?
And MMA and wrestling.
Well, there ain't no good guys or bad guys in MMA, Ernie. And since you only fought twice and lost both of them, I would say you're just a nobody.
MMA, there's no really a good guy or bad guy. I mean, wrestling is the one that portrays. I've worked both sides.
So you promote and tell stories about the wrestlers and grow your brand. Is that something that you do?
He didn't because it wasn't Ernie
I
on
never
trial
promoted
venomous.
Right.
Okay.
Only MMA. And at the time, it was not called mixed martial arts. It was called NHB.
No, Ernie, it was called mixed martial arts. You called your shit NHB, but it never was
Right,
called
no.
that in the United States. Never.
Reality Fighting Championship was the name of the
Here
company
is, Jay.
when I first done it in Harlan, Kentucky.
And you've promoted in Bluefield, West Virginia also.
Yes, that was a wrestling thing. That was a co-promotions in Bluefield, West Virginia.
Then you hired off-duty police officers to do security for your event, correct?
Yes.
And you failed to pay the wrestlers, correct?
Yes.
And those police.
Your Honor, may we approach?
That smirk on his face.
Mm-hmm.
So there's more of his testimony. We'll watch the rest of it tomorrow because it gets a little better. And we'll go back and watch his grandiose testimony too, when he's telling the prosecution all his big, stories about how he gonna bring a killer to justice.
Savage Lion.
Savage lion. He rescued a community from a savage lion.
Yeah, he really did fail to prove his theory on Shelby being a serial killer. Shelby's the one that told on himself about taking Ronnie King's life. But the serial killer thing, you could not prove that for shit. You said you gave it to the FBI and nothing's been heard back. If you gave any of that shit to the FBI, they'd have locked you up, Ernie, you dumbass. Because you're retarded. Your lies do not match truth, facts, receipts. They don't. They never have. Even when your ass is in a sling, you still can't bring it. It's always lies. Like Jay said, natural born liar. That's why your daddy disowned you.
If Ernie had thought that he was going to get caught lying on the witness stand and be possibly prosecuted for perjury, he wouldn't have showed up.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he's not showing up for court now, right?
Right.
Like, he's already been caught perjuring himself about his boxing record. He absolutely did not have 4 professional fights and went 4-0. No way.
He was never a champion of anything.
No. And there's more perjury when he says, and you'll see this part tomorrow. I'm going to give you a little preview. I won't tell you what he says. The defense asked him if he ever said anything about having a special response team follow his Uncle John Paul. And he goes, no. And
he told his sister.
Smirked. And they said, so you're saying on record you never said that? And then he got a little bit of his water, boom. I don't remember that. But you do remember it, don't you, Ernie? I didn't know what the fuck was going on because I didn't know Amber had recorded him until I heard it that day. I was walking around in Goodwill in London, and Amber was playing Amber on her panel on the recording. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
He said that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually did remember that he told his sister, and it was recorded, that he had a special response team waiting for his uncle to follow him when he left his house. And then denied it. Flat out denies it in court. Perjury. So if they'd ever needed it, They could have impeached his entire testimony and called him a liar.
Because they knew. That's why they asked him. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were setting
It's
him
funny
up.
because he didn't know that it had been recorded. I don't think he knew until this was brought out. This whole thing. I don't think he knew. Now he does. I wonder how much more there is on Ernie out there that people have. Because you know, some people he's fucked over recently has had to record him in their conversations. You know?
And that's the thing. All these guys got different, different streets, It ain't no straight and narrow. It's veer off here, veer off there. And when you tell somebody something to get your way with them or to con them out of money, you probably tell them a story you think fits them best. And it always changes, right, Ernie? So when people start coming forward with their stories, it's going to be bad for you, Ernie. You better hope they don't charge you.
Yeah. I think if there would have been a retrial, they'd have both been fucked up. I really do. I think enough would have been put out there that they would have fucking looked hard at Ernie. The motherfucker's a liar, and I think he was involved with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, right when Shelby was arrested, he goes to tell him Ernie set him up. My brother set me up. My brother set me up. It ain't me. They got the wrong one. Wrong one what? The wrong Shell brother? Like a lot of that stuff, when you start adding it up over the years, starts making a lot more sense, don't it, Ernie?
Yep.
I didn't go back. Matter of fact, I watched that video the other day. Did we play it or did I just see it somewhere? Maybe I'll find that.
Jimbo, am I correct when I say that the only DNA that was found at that scene was the actual victims?
Yep. From what I understand from that report from the Discovery.
Yep. That's what I thought. I was just making sure.
And I never heard it presented in court that there was any other DNA either. Now there was lubricant that
spermicidal.
Yeah, that showed that they probably had consensual sex, but no DNA, like none of the from a body or anything. All right, let me check this out. Now, Mr. People will always tell on themselves, and the guy that wants to hold Don Wells to the feet to the fire for saying that he loved his daughter. Not he loves her. He loved her. What does that mean, Don? Is that past tense? What does this mean, Ernie? Sorry for how grotesquely fat I am in this video, y'all.
You think I killed Ronnie King? Honestly.
I know Shelby killed Ronnie King. He told me he did.
You think I went back and done all that southern stuff on supposedly what you said a while ago, right?
Damn.
All I know is I was not involved in that murder, and I felt sorry for both parts of the family. I never went back and never done nothing like that.
2 times.
Never went back, anything like that. Kind of weird, huh? Crime dog. What do you think about that, Ernie? Now, if that were somebody else, what would you think?
Well, I mean, it seems to me like you asked the correct questions. The right questions. Because he fell right for it, didn't he?
Yep.
Opened right up. He should be teaching the classes and not you, Ernie.
General awareness. General awareness. Monster of Secrets. DNA has come a long way. They could recover DNA now. I guess. I don't know that they would recover any DNA, but You know, I don't know that. What I'm trying to say is I don't see how they were, you know, even though it's come a long way, if there wasn't no DNA, there wasn't no DNA, right?
Right.
That's my thing.
But did they test everything for DNA?
I have no idea.
See, that's the thing, because I know they said they quit looking into it after Shelby confessed. So I don't know how far along they were with it when that happened. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's in evidence. I don't know what they could test if they did have stuff in evidence, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't know if they have.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't indicate that in the paperwork I saw, but
Right.
You know, it could be though. You know, you never know.
Well, I'm just saying I don't know the specifics.
I don't either.
Is what, like, I don't know.
Can probably tell you. I tell you what, Easy's probably an expert. He could probably tell you. You know, he knows.
He's much right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't imagine why they would destroy it. Venomous. I don't know. Oh, here's another one. Here's you another little nugget. Old sleazy. Ronnie King was murdered by somebody left-handed. He was shot in the right side of his head.
Southpaw.
Yeah. Laying on the ground. So somebody was over top of him, shot him.
Well, according to
both left-handed.
Yeah, I was going to say, and according to Shelby last night, he pushed the pillow at his head and popped.
Yep.
Yep, he is behind green eyes. He's a southpaw. He's always bragged about that shit too, like he was Rocky Balboa or some shit. Fuck off, Aaron.
That's right.
Oh, dude, did you hear about Toby Keith?
I did, man. That's awful.
I didn't even know he was sick, bro. I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know he had cancer. Had no idea. But I woke up today and I seen that and I was like, man, that's depressing. I couldn't tell you how many redneck football games I went to the bonfires of listening to him.
I remember he did a rendition of it was either Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football, and he did, you know, should have been a cowboy, but instead of Gene and Roy, he said Raj and Troy.
Okay.
It was pretty cool, man, and it's like I found it on YouTube, so you can Google it or YouTube it and watch it. But yeah, that was my favorite Sunday night or Monday Night Football song entry ever.
Oh yeah, it's good shit, man. I like Toby.
Oh yeah,
he did a lot of stuff. Like I said, it was just sad waking up and I seen that, and I was just like, no way, it's real, because you know you have to check these days. Yeah. Sadly enough, there's a lot of those hoax out there that do celebrities like that. But yeah, I was just like, damn, it's depressing.
Oh, cool, man. That's cool.
Doohickey, it's on Behind Green Eyes.
Yeah, y'all want to watch it? Actually, I'll let y'all look it up. I'll go get it and put the link in for you so y'all can watch it.
Oh, we should watch it too. We should.
I just hate to keep taking the views from her.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure she won't mind this one. Because everybody in chat promises to go watch it, right? Because Easy wants to stream. Hey, play it.
Oh, yeah. You know he's streaming us.
Yeah. Well, he's centered on you, but he's streaming our stream, yeah. He's just got it focused on you and then his booger-eating self right up there at the top left. Oh, yeah. Like the little bitch he is. With his 45 people, 50 people, whatever it was.
He's killing it over, ain't he?
Yeah. He's trying to say you fell asleep whenever X Factor was on panel with us.
I didn't fall asleep. I was looking down at my phone looking for that video to email to myself. You know, the one we watched.
Yeah, but he cracked up and he made it a big deal. Oh, did you see that? Like the 12-year-old bitch he is.
Yeah. What a weak ass motherfucker, man. Not easy. She don't put me to sleep. She puts you to sleep, and not in a good way. She puts the rear naked choke and chokes your ass out, boy.
Mm-hmm.
She dominates you every time you come into face her.
It's always a tap out, ain't it? Always a tap out.
I mean, hell, if I wanted to take a nap, I just fucking say, "Hey, I'm gonna go, guys."
Right. That's what we do a lot. At the end of our stream, hey, man, I'm about to go to bed. I'm going here lay down with the wife or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of like people saying that I fall asleep all the time on our panel, which is bullshit.
Easy.
I can just tell a lot of times when you're on a roll, I try not to interrupt it most of the time. So it's called courtesy.
Easy's a weak ass loser.
You're making a statement, right? There wasn't a question for his followers.
Hell.
Nana, see, just so you know, I'm not able to get into my Discord right now, or anybody. If you're trying to message me in there, it's been a minute. I'm trying to get it onto my laptop so I can use it again. So I don't have the ability. So I'm not ignoring anybody. I just don't have the ability to do it yet.
Focus in on my meter right here, Easy.
We gon' get it. We gon' get it on. We gon' get it. We gon' get it. We gon' get it on. We gon' get it. We gon' get it. We gon' get it on. We gon' get it. We gon' get it. We gon' get it on. Holy shit!
Where the white women at?
Where the white women at? Oh, sorry.
Meanwhile.
What I do for a living, nigga.
Naked by the end of the song.
And now back to the show.
I'm going in heavy.
I really.
All right, I put the link to that one in chat. I'm gonna share this one with y'all too, real quick. I'm gonna show y'all this real quick.
Unfortunately, Skunk Ape, that didn't happen in Discord. That happened in Messenger, where I talk to Jimbo every day.
That's Speakeasy right there. That's his channel right now. He's got a whopping 55 people in there, buddy. Give it hell, Easy. Give it hell, son.
The 5-5 represent.
Kick the ass, C-Bass. Way to go, big boy. You the man, man. Oh, yeah, your daddy got you again, didn't he, boy? Go to sleep, Easy. Go to sleep, bitch boy. Look, I'm gonna take. It's gonna be 54 now because I'm taking that view away. Bye.
Yeah, America, you are correct.
All right, Kipper. I am going to go in here and get ready to watch some Netflix, chill out for the night.
I hear you, man. I'm going to grab some snacks and do be out, man. Do be out.
Good. All right. We'll be back tomorrow night. Probably 11:30 usually on Wednesdays, right?
Yes, sir. I forgot tomorrow was Wednesday because I'm working today, but yeah. Sure will.
Hitting that work week. All right. Until then, I'm Jimbo.
And I'm Kemper.
Coming to you live from the stand.
Cause I ain't no sissy la-la like some of these motherfucking YouTubers. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
Women's boobs are their balls. They're just not down there. So yes, gentlemen, we have bigger balls than you do.
What?
Do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that.
Say what?